Gonna go bird hunting next week there?
I think so. My dad's got a 12 gauge.
Does he? You think he'd sell her to me?
I don't know, he's got several of them. He might.
Hello, and welcome to The Way It Was. I'm Izzy Fitz.
And I'm Bud Driscoll.
Here's today's old news update. November 14, 1934. At least 2 ingredients for a stew were distributed here Tuesday at the county relief office, these being rice and meat. Relief officials issued tickets for 3 tons of canned beef and a ton of rice during the day.
That's a midday snack for you, Mr. Izzy. Sorry, don't beat me. November 9th, 1909. Miss Gertrude McCourt, a McPherson young woman well known in Salina, has gone to Kansas City and will spend the winter there studying music and studying a few other things if her neighbors are correct.
November 9th, 1909, a barrel of real beer, 72 bottles in all, was garnered in by the police this afternoon. Marshal Toms spied the barrel in a dray and followed the wagon until the barrel was delivered at the home of Mrs. Mary Watts in the north part of town. Then he nabbed it. The barrel went right in and came right out again. No arrests were made.
I'm sure the police had a wonderful evening that night.
Yes.
November 10th, 1909. Scared to death is an expression which people use very frequently, but with very little meaning. But this morning there was a real case of it which occurred near the Union Pacific Depot. It was a young horse belonging to G.A. Slubloom, a farmer residing 5 miles northwest of Salina. Mr. Slubloom was pulling into the city with a load of wheat. Right north of the Union Pacific Depot, one horse became frightened at the Lincoln Branch freight train which was pulling out of town. After the freight train was passed, the switch engine came along, and this was more than the horse could stand. It reared up and plunged. It fell to its knees and never rose again, but toppled over, dead.
November 11th, 1909. With over $1,400 on his person, Tim Hoyne, one of the wealthiest farmers in Saline County, was picked up on North 9th late last night, so drunk he was unable to stand. Luckily for Hoyne, he was found by an honest person who dragged him to a nearby porch and then called for the police, who took him to the station in a cab.
That was me.
Was it?
I don't like to, brag about my honesty, but, Never mind. November 11th, 1909. Turkeys are now 25 cents a pound, retail.
Is that a good deal or a bad one?
You stock up, get 2 or 3 turkeys, give them to the homeless.
For more on how things used to be, check out A Look Back in the Neighbors section in Monday's Salina Journal.
And we'll be seeing you yesterday.